11 hours. So we'll be here in the morning. I'm going to put sweats on, go sit in my chair, and I'm not going to work the rest of the day. I'm just going to watch football. Brett plays tomorrow, so I'll watch him. They won last night, 0. No, 4-1. Yeah, so it's won 5 or 6 in a row now. That's 6 on a roll. This is a hard one. This is a hard one. Yeah.
KURL.
Hey there, Mason.
Hey, Arm.
Let's do this and get me rolling in about a minute and a half or so.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, thank you.
Time now for high-flying Rocky Mountain College volleyball as the Battlin Bears host the Lady Warriors of Lewis Clark State. Rocky at 5-1 in Frontier Conference play is looking to keep pace with Montana Tech, while 2-4 LC State is hoping for a road upset. Now let's head to the Fortin Center with Herm Ellenboss for Warrior Battlin Bear volleyball on KURL 93.3 FM and KURLradio.com.
Thank you, Ken, and we want to welcome our viewers on YouTube tonight and rocky.edu as we bring you our next home game for the Rocky Mountain College Battlin Bears. And if you like road trips, in the Frontier Conference, you could refer to the LC State Warriors as road warriors. There's no easy road trip for them. I think the closest road trip, now that Westminster is off the schedule, would be the Dillon and Western Montana. Imagine going to Northern once a year, and then you go to Billings and Helena, and all that originates in Lewiston, Idaho. That is the most inland port from the Pacific Ocean if you follow the Columbia River. A couple of years ago, we had a huge piece of our Conoco refinery come in through Lewiston and had to travel very carefully on the roads to get here. It was such a huge piece of equipment requiring a lot of trucks, but that was the note at the time, Lewiston being the farthest inland port off the Pacific Ocean in this region. Well, I'm Herm Ellenboss. Welcome to college volleyball on KURL and KurlRadio.com. Tonight we have the 5-1 in conference play Rocky Mountain College Lady Bears, 14-6 overall, taking on the LC State Warriors, coached by LaToya Harris. And the Warriors come in with a 2-4 conference mark and overall 7-10. Boy, it wasn't that long ago when the LC State Warriors were, I say this respectfully, the evil empire of Frontier College volleyball, and they had a 41-match home winning streak in their school there in Lewiston, and finally that was broken, and they made regular trips to the NAIA National Tournament. It was almost like book your motel rooms very early in the season because LC State was going to be there. If they make it this year, they're going to have to put together a late season charge and win the Frontier Conference Tournament Championship. For Rocky Mountain College, they have kind of made the NAIA National Tournament a regular thing. They didn't go last year, but they are trying to earn their way back this year with a young squad with lots of juniors and underclassmen, including a freshman setter from Red Lodge, who has already won Setter of the Week in Frontier Conference play several times. Her name is Natalie Hilderman, and she is a 6'1 freshman setter. And boy, watching her the few games that I've done, very balanced setter. She doesn't stick to one hitter. She really recognizes the defense, and that's such a skill that is necessary for a solid setter. Well, we've got LC State, Rocky Mountain College coming up in just a few minutes. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
If your business is growing and you don't have time to find good employees, give us a call at Advanced Employment. Every week we place hundreds of great workers at companies all over the Billings area, from hospitality and construction to retail and clerical. Our rates are the lowest in town, and we can provide insured, reliable employees fast, serving our customers by getting the job done right for over 20 years. Advanced Employment in the red, white, and blue house at 2115 Broadwater.
Get the job done right.
Since 1952, Roger Daniel Insurance, 252-3411.
We're on our third and sometimes fourth generation of clients that my grandfather serviced in the early 1950s, my grandmother. Again, we believe in building relationships, and that goes deeper than just with a mother and father. That's with kids and grandkids and on down the line of many of the families that we're lucky enough to service.
Roger Daniel Insurance. Insurance for all Montanans like you. 252-3411.
Building a new home or replacing windows and doors? Look to Pella Windows and Doors. Pella offers high-efficiency windows and doors built specially for you. Pella offers pre-finished interiors and exteriors and innovative between-the-glass blinds and shades. Your expert Pella representative will help you design and enhance the beauty of your home, whatever the size or budget. Visit your Pella showroom in Billings at 2520 Grand Avenue. Pella, viewed to be the best.
Hey, sports fans, hate the panic that sets in when you get a low battery warning on your phone just as you're capturing the most epic game? Never be powerless again. At Verizon Cellular Plus, we have portable power chargers so you can charge on the go. They're small enough to fit in your pocket so you can charge up at the gym or football stadium. Keep your battery fully charged and get all the video and pictures you want. Only at your Billings area Cellular Plus in the Heights, on Shiloh, across from the mall, in Lockwood, and in Laurel. CellularPlus.com.
In last night's action in the Frontier Conference, Carroll swept Western, and Tech got by Providence 3-1. And here's how we stand in our Frontier Conference standings as we come into tonight's match. Tech is at 6-0, Rocky 5-1, Carroll is at 3-3, Montana State Northern at 3-3, Providence at 2-4, LC State at 1-4, and Western at 1-6. The only loss in conference play for Rocky has been to Montana Tech at Tech, and that was after a long road trip from LC State. Rocky swept LC State on September 22nd, then came back and lost in 4 sets to Montana Tech. The rematch between Tech and Rocky is coming up here at Rocky Mountain College on October 27th, and we will have that broadcast on pearlradio.com, so join us for that on October 27th, as we could end up with a battle for the Frontier Conference regular season crown. Of course, lots of other matches between now and then, but if things stay the way they look now, that could be the case. In that match at LC State, Daniela Russell and Sydney Matheny led the way in the attack. Defensively, it was Kapinga and Hilderman with 14 digs apiece. For LC State, Rachel Gregg had 11 kills and 15 digs for Lauren Thompson. We will take a 2.5-minute timeout for the national anthem and come back with our starting lineups.
Stifel is a full-service wealth management firm offering a wide range of investment vehicles and services, including money market funds, CDs, stocks, bonds, mutual funds, annuities, retirement plans, and managed accounts, to name a few. Financial advisors David Coons and Chris Mulvig will help you tailor an investment plan to help you pursue your personal goals. Stop by 401 North 31st Street, Suite 1610, or call 252-2447. Stifel, member SIPC and New York Stock Exchange.
The one place to fill your prescription, the one place that takes time to listen, Billings Pharmacy One. All you need is one. Just give us a minute or two, and your prescription's done.
Billings Pharmacy One, conveniently located in the Yellowstone Medical Building and offering online refill service.
Billings Pharmacy One. All you need is one.
Being successful today is personal. Maybe it's developing a new business relationship or opening a door to an emerging market. Success is something you can see and feel. What does success mean to you? Business is intentional, and the biggest risk you can take in business is not trying. Isn't it time you measured your success on your own scale, not someone else's? Invest in yourself and partner with people who see and understand your passion. Western Security Bank. Security you can trust from people you know. Member FDIC.
Where do you fill up? On the way to work? On the way home? And why? Is it the price, the location, the products they carry, or specials they offer? There's a lot of places you could fill up, but there's a Connemart Superstore there too. You'll find the specials there, and the fuel, and the products you want, on the way to work and the way home. But most of all, you'll find the efficient, helpful staff at Connemart Superstore is like your friend. And that's why you'll fill up at Connemart Superstores from now on.
Don't let an injury or pain in your bones, joints, or muscles slow you down. Billings Clinic Orthopedics and Sports Medicine can help. Their team of orthopedics and sports medicine doctors, physical therapists, occupational therapists, and athletic trainers work together in a unique way for patients of all ages. Billings Clinic Orthopedics and Sports Medicine team helps get everyday athletes back on their feet, because life is a sport. For more information or to make an appointment, visit billingsclinic.com/ortho.
Ladies and gentlemen.
And in our national rankings right now, the Turbo is number 1. They moved up into the number 1 ranking. After Hastings fell, who is the previous number 1. Hastings fell to number 4. Lindsey Wilson is number 2. Northwestern number 3. Just to mention another one of note, Grandview, Iowa is number 11. Rocky will be facing both the Turbo and Grandview of Iowa next weekend. So they will be traveling to Iowa for a tournament in Des Moines, I believe, and they will face them at that tournament. So a chance for Rocky to perhaps pull up into the top 25 if things go their way at that tournament. Let's take a look at our starting lineups for tonight. And for the visiting LC State Warriors, number 3 is Natalie Batiste, a senior, 5'11" from Portland, Oregon. Number 4 is Justine Kodakol, a middle hitter, 5'11", a senior. Number 6 is Haley Alvarez, a junior, 5'9", from Valencia, California. Coda Culp is from Wairika, California. Rachel Gregg gets most of the set. She's from Eagle River, Alaska. She's a 6-foot outside hitter. She wears number 8. Number 9 is the libero, Luana Thompson from Honolulu. She's a junior, 5'6". Maya Williamson is a 6-foot senior middle blocker. Wears number 16, Auburn, Washington. And Lauren West sets the table. She's number 22, a junior, 5'7". For the Rocky Mountain College Battling Bears, Krista Judish wears number 2 from Conrad, Montana, 5'9", junior. Haley Kapinga wears number 3 from Billings, 5'10", junior. Daniela Russell from Red Lodge, Montana. She is one of 3 Red Lodge alumni on this team. Daniela wears number 4. She's an outside hitter. Ruby Collenbeck from Forsyth, Montana. DS wears number 5. She wears the red hair. 5'7", junior. Number 6, libero extraordinaire Holland Ferguson from Montgomery, Texas. A libero, 5'8". Natalie Hilderman's the setter. Sydney Matheny is a hitter from Gillette, Wyoming. Tess Hellrud, a middle blocker from Red Lodge, Montana, wears number 15. And number 18 is Olivia Lamy, a 5'9" junior from Casper. She has had the most activity as a hitter. And the coach is Lori Kelly. For the LC State Warriors, it's Latoya Harris Alexander. And we are just about set to go now that the introductions have been made here at Rocky. Not quite the crowd we saw for our last game, and that was when the MSU-B crosstown rivals came here to play, when we had nearly packed this place out. So wearing the white jersey for LC State, that's Luana Thompson, a 5'6" junior libero. And number 22 with the long ponytail with her back to the net, that's the setter, Lauren West. And we will get to know the other players as we go along. Rocky hitting .217 on the year, LC State 188. 238 on the blocks. That's almost 2.5 blocks a game for Rocky, 1.75 for LC State. Glad to have you along, all you college volleyball fans watching on YouTube and listening to 93.3 FM and curlradio.com. Rocky will serve first, and that puts the freshman out there on the right side, Natalie Hilderman, and she will begin this game. Jump serve back to the libero, Thompson, and a swing cross court hits the tip of the block, and it's a kill for LC State. And Maya Williamson gets the first kill, 1-0 LC State. And LC State will serve. Natalie Batiste goes back to serve for the Warriors. Down the line, good pass from Collenbeck up to Hilderman. Here's Lamy with a push to the corner for the kill and the tie. Olivia Lamy spots the opening and hits the corner. And we are tied up at 1. Into the game comes Daniela Russell, number 4 for the Bears. Krista Judish goes back to serve. Cross court this time. The pass is on target, tipped over by Williamson. Kapinga sets up Matheny, and she is stuffed. Rachel Gregg gets the stuffer on the Matheny swing, and it's 2-1 LC State. That was a solid stuff. And into the game to serve comes number 2, Jordan Phelan, a 5'9" sophomore. She will move over to the left quadrant and launch it back to Ferguson. On target to Hilderman, the quick to Matheny. That gets past the back row without hitting him, and that's a miss for Matheny, and it's 3-1 LC State. And back to serve again goes Phelan. Phelan loads up the right hand, tries the short one. Daniela Russell makes the adjustment, gets the setback. She explodes cross court and gets the kill. And Phelan not able to get a square up on that one, and Daniela Russell has her first kill. She had a nice pass off of that tough serve and then got the set right back as Ferguson goes back to serve. Down the line, popped up in the air. The set to the backside, into the block, knocked back by Rocky. A reload and a hitting error for LC. Rachel Gregg can't get it over the net. Hometown in Alaska. And Rocky has tied it up at 3 as Ferguson goes back to serve. This is a really good rotation for Rocky. The set into this Rocky block, tip back, covered by LC. Another tip, knocked back by Tess Helrud. And knocked back again by Rocky, but covered by LC. To the backside, Ferguson gets a hand under it. Free ball by Krista Judish. Luana Thompson tipped over the top, popped in the air by Russell. Helrud tries the tip, no good. LC loads it up again. Gregg swept into the air by Hilderman. Here's Russell. Russell is stuffed at the net. Justine Kodak-Hulp gets the stuffer at the net. And LC retakes the lead 4-3. Boy, great play in the early going. No warm-up period here. They are ready to go and playing their lights out. Aubrey King back to serve. Nope, that's not her. Here's the set to the backside, tipped over by Judish, covered with a dive by Thompson. The pancake is up by Judish. She got a hand under that. Free ball by Kapinga. The quick set to the middle is down off of Judish. And Justine Kodak-Hulp gets the kill. Haley Alvarez is my number 6, so we will figure that one out. And Haley goes back to serve. Cross court, popped up by Ferguson. Hilderman goes to Kapinga. The tip is easily covered. The set to the outside, high off the top of the block. Run down by Hilderman. Kapinga sets up Russell. Russell unloads, and it's a long run. No one gets there for LC. The deflection sailed into the back corner, and another kill for Russell. Good hustle, though, for LC as they tried to chase it down. It's 5-4. Kapinga back to serve. Cross court. The pass is good from Thompson and a miss from Rachel Gregg. And we are tied up at 5. Kapinga back to serve to try to get Rocky its first lead. Cross court. Thompson has the clean pass. Pushed over the top, swept over with a left hand by Hilderman. To the backside, Alvarez. Knocked back by Rocky. Push over. Kapinga settles under it and a net violation. Nope, they call it double on LC, and Rocky leads 6-5. Lots of doubles in this building in the games that I've called. Kapinga back to Thompson. The set to Alvarez. That would have been a miss, played by Ferguson. Russell will try to get another kill. This time Thompson gets there, but the cover is not there. Alvarez gave chase. Thompson popped it up, but couldn't steer it back to her teammates. And we have a timeout. Rocky leads 7-5. Great action in the early going, back in 30 seconds.
Are you looking for help with Medicare questions? Terry at the Tronson Agency specializes in Medicare solutions. Medicare can seem complicated, but an appointment with Terry can help you have peace and understanding of what products are available and how they work. Call Terry today to make sense of Medicare. Call 652-4422. That's 652-4422. Or look for the Tronson Agency in the yellow pages under insurance.
LC started strong, and Rocky caught up once, then LC threatened to pull away again, and now we are back into a Rocky lead, 7-5. Latoya Harris Alexander calls the timeout to see if they can slow down the Rocky Express. And we are about set to go as Kapinga stations herself back in the service corner. And she will load it up. Go cross court. Thompson on target. The set to the backside. A miss on the swing by Kodak-Hulp. It's 8-5 on the hitting error. A little bit wide. Kapinga gets set again. Nice service run for Haley Kapinga. Cross court. Thompson on target to Kodak-Hulp. This time saved on the back row by Batiste. Outside swing is down for Aubrey King. King gets it over Holland Ferguson. Ferguson was stationed on the line, just couldn't square up to the ball. And back to serve goes number 8, Rachel Gregg. Gregg, the jump serve. Deep to Judish, on target to Hilderman. Here's Russell. Russell, cross court. Shank. This one has to be over. Not going to get there. And another kill for Daniela Russell. Boy, keep feeding Russell. She has been very effective in the early going, and now she'll take a seat on the rotation. And Olivia Lamy will come in for Rocky. And back to serve goes Ruby Collenbeck. Collenbeck from the center of the court, shoots it back off the top of the net. Good run there, saved by Ferguson to Lamy. Lamy into the tip, knocked back by LC, and then pushed over by Tess Hellrud for the point. Hellrud got up there and saw where the opening was and put it down. Back to serve goes Collenbeck. Thompson on target. The set to the middle. Aubrey King is stuffed this time, and Rocky is on a roll. Starting to pull away here in the first set, 11-6. Collenbeck goes back to serve. Loads up the left hand. Deep ball. Rachel Gregg has the pass. Into the block. Back to LC State. Back row attack for Gregg. Dug out by Ruby Collenbeck. Here's Lamy. Lamy off the block and down. The block was waiting in the form of Justine Koda-Culp, but she couldn't square it up, and Lamy scores the kill. Boy, the outsides for Rocky are pounding it so far. 12-6, Rocky in the first set. They've doubled up on LC. Ruby Collenbeck pushes it back to Thompson. Up to Alvarez. The set to the outside. Covered on the swing by Batiste. Here's Lamy pushed to the corner, and Gregg is there. Back to Batiste. This time Batiste wins that battle with an errant block by Tess Hellrud, and side out LC State. Natalie Batiste gets the kill. And Luana Thompson will go back to serve. Thompson loads up the right hand. On target pass to Hilderman. Here's Lamy into the block. Push back to Ferguson. Covered. Tipped over the top by Hellrud. Mishandled by LC. Boy, there's about 3 or 4 players that could have made a play on that. Nobody called it. And it hits the floor 13-7, Rocky Point. Annie Cook back to serve for the Battling Bears. Cook loads it up. Deep ball to Gregg. On target to Alvarez. The set to the backside to Aubrey King. Cook has the dig. Here's Lamy. Into the hole. It's down. A dive doesn't get there by Alvarez. Alvarez gave chase, but good spotting by Lamy, and both the outsides for Rocky have started this first set with 3 kills in the first 14 points. Annie Cook into the net. Side out, 14-8. Service error. Tess Hellrud will come into the game just long enough to bring in the libero, Holland Ferguson. And Lauren West will go back to serve. West will set up under the backboard. Launch the jump serve. The Kapinga up to Hilderman, the quick to the middle. And this time Matheny gets covered. Kapinga with a dig and a net violation or a double. Nope, a back row blocker. So a back row attack, rather. And it's Rocky Point on the error by LC State. Hilderman loads it up again. Deep ball. Thompson pops it up in the air. West to Alvarez. Dug out by Collenbeck. Here's Kapinga with a smash, and it's down. Alvarez was pretty well stationed, but Kapinga had too much on it, and another timeout for LC State. It's 16-8 in the first set. We're back in 30 seconds.
Don't let an injury or pain in your bones, joints, or muscles slow you down. Billings Clinic Orthopedics and Sports Medicine can help. Their team of orthopedics and sports medicine doctors, physical therapists, occupational therapists, and athletic trainers work together in a unique way for patients of all ages. Billings Clinic Orthopedics and Sports Medicine team helps get everyday athletes back on their feet because life is a sport. For more information or to make an appointment, visit billingsclinic.com/ortho.
Back at Rocky, Herm Ellenboss. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast on Saturday Night Volleyball on KURL and Rocky.edu. Natalie Batiste came in leading her team in kill efficiency for LC at 219. And for Rocky, Sydney Matheny, 324. She had to take the year off last year for injury, and she has come back with a vengeance. Natalie Hilderman will continue to serve from the right corner. Looping shot back to Thompson. Alvarez gets there. Swing by LC is covered by Collenbeck. Push to the corner. And the swing is out of bounds for Maya Williamson. Out the back door. 17-8 Rocky. Hilderman looks over for the service location. Gets it. Thompson up to West. Tipped into the block by LC's Batiste. Covered, and a net violation this time on Rocky. Not many errors for Rocky in this first set, but that might only be the second error. We had a service error earlier, and now a net violation. And Batiste will go back to serve. Natalie Batiste, deep ball. Collenbeck plays it late and gets away with it. Rami tip over the top. Covered on the front row by West. The big swing cross court by none other than... Who got that? Batiste? No, Greg got that swing. Had to make the play here at the bench. Got all rattled. 18-9 now on the miss by LC. Krista Judish back to serve. Cross court. Thompson. West. Here's Maya Williamson. Tip over the top. Easy cover for Rocky. Matheny. And a double is called on that set. Boy, Natalie doesn't do too many of those. Seen a lot of them by opposing teams who've come in here, but Rocky got tagged that time, and LC's in double figures at 10. And Jordan Phelan goes back to serve for the Warriors. Russell, overpass all the way to LC. Williamson sets up Alvarez off the top of the net. Judish does a somersault, makes the play. Batiste, West, the quick over the top, covered by Ferguson. Out to Russell. Russell, stuff block on the back line. Alvarez scores the stuffer off the swing by Russell, and they finally solved Russell. Just landed on the back line, a seeing eye block, if there is such a thing. Here's Phelan. Ferguson, good pass, back to Kapinga. Stuff again. Two stuffs in a row. Gregg gets that one. Rachel Gregg. And LC making a move here in the middle third of this first set. Jordan Phelan goes back to serve. Went to Spokane, Washington, East Valley High School. The set to Matheny, off the block, covered to the back row by Batiste. Here's Alvarez, a lift called on the set. 18-19-12 now. That gets the side out for Rocky. Holland Ferguson back to serve. Ferguson will load it up from the right side. Shoot it down the line. Played by Gregg. To West, back to Gregg. Gregg tipped over the top, nothing on it. Kapinga to Hellrud. A diving save for LC. Out to Gregg. Gregg gets stuffed by Hellrud. Right into the teeth of the block by Rocky. And Tess Hellrud gets that stuffer. And substitution in the game, Allie Sauer, a 6'4 senior, comes in for the Warriors. 20-12, Rocky on cruise control in the first set. Holland Ferguson. Back to Batiste. Here's Allie Sauer. She can't get there in time, and it's pushed down by Kapinga, 21-12. Kapinga gets up and puts that overpass away. Ferguson back to serve again. And that's off the net, out, aerial, everything wrong with it. Service error for Rocky, 21-13. And Alvarez back to serve for the Warriors. Deep ball to Ferguson, on target to Hilderman. Hellrud gets knocked back by the block of Sauer. Push over the top by Krista Judish. Alvarez into the block. Off the swing by Coda Culp. Coda Culp gets stuff blocked. And Tess Hellrud gets credit with that one based on what Lori just shouted out. The coach of the Battlin Bears, Kapinga, goes cross court. Thompson gives up the ace. Kapinga found a spot, nailed it with a flat one, and gets Rocky to 23. 23-13 Rocky in the first set. Kapinga trying to take it home and make it quick and easy on the first set. Same spot. Thompson gives up another ace, so 2 aces in a row. She hasn't picked up the ball in time to make a move on it, and now Rocky has LC at set point. And guess where Kapinga's going on this one? Same spot. Thompson makes the play. Alvarez to Sauer off the top of the block. Ferguson is there. Natalie Hilderman. Russell blocked back by LC. Back row attack for Krista Judish. Thompson's on it. Alvarez to the outside. And Aubrey King gets dug out. Here's Russell cross court. Thompson is there. Alvarez to King. King deep ball. Ferguson with a dig. Kapinga to Russell from the middle of the floor off the top of the block. Covered on the backside by Batiste. Here's Ali Sauer who misses. That's it. 25-13. Rocky wins the first one. A furious rally on the last play, but won by Rocky, and they take it easily in the first set. We're back in 2.5.
My son Kyle is a born athlete. We were so excited when his coach told him that several colleges were asking about him, but when he tore his ACL during his junior year, he thought his college dreams were shattered. His coach suggested we call Ortho Montana, and I'm so glad we did. Ortho Montana specializes in cases like Kyle's, and they had him back on the field in no time. That was a couple of years ago. Kyle's been playing college ball for 2 years now, and his knee's stronger than ever. I couldn't be more proud.
Ortho Montana. Life lived well.
Are you looking for help with Medicare questions? Terry at the Tronson Agency specializes in Medicare solutions. Medicare can seem complicated, but an appointment with Terry can help you have peace and understanding of what products are available and how they work. Call Terry today to make sense of Medicare. Call 652-4422. That's 652-4422. Or look for the Tronson Agency in the yellow pages under insurance.
Since 1952, Roger Daniel Insurance, 252-3411.
So our agency is a leader within the farmers industry across the United States. We are one of the largest farmers insurance agencies in the United States. We are one of the oldest. We're on our 3rd generation. Really, the easiest step is just to call us. We can either chat on the phone or we can get together in person, collect some information, and get to know one another and see if it makes sense for us to do business with each other.
Roger Daniel Insurance. Insurance for all Montanans like you. 252-3411.
Doctors McBride and Steiner, proud to announce a new associate doctor to their practice. Billings native and University of Montana and Arizona College of Optometry graduate Dr. Sean Lepsock is accepting patients. Dr. Lepsock has special interest in the treatment of glaucoma and dry eye, but also provides general vision care, including the latest in contact lenses. Call Doctors McBride and Steiner at 656-7605 to schedule an appointment with Dr. Lepsock. Doctors McBride and Steiner, 2120 Grand Avenue.
Fall in love with your home all over again. Pella Windows and Doors makes it easy to replace the windows and doors in your home by offering styles and options that fit every budget. Pella can manage your project from start to finish, from initial in-home consultation to final walkthrough. Come see the professionals at Pella Windows and Doors. Now with interest-free financing, Pella makes it easy to fall in love with your home again. Stop by your local Pella showroom today at 2520 Grand Avenue or visit PellaMT.com.
Back at Rocky Mountain College, let's take a quick look at the first game stats. Rocky hit 147, 10 kills and 34 attempts, 5 errors. LC in minus numbers, 5 kills and 46 attempts, 12 errors. Leading Rocky was Daniela Russell with 4 kills, Olivia Lamy with 3, and nobody with more than 1 kill for LC State. In the defensive department, 7 digs for Holland Ferguson led the way for the Battlin Bears. Thompson and Batiste had 5 each for the LC State Warriors, and each team had 4 blocks. So Rocky hasn't played a home game since that phenomenal MSUB crowd was here for that home game. And now they start out strong after a little bit of a layoff. And we are going to see Anna Ingram go back to serve in the second set for LC State. Ingram will set up in the middle of the floor, load it up, shoot it deep to Ferguson. The set to the outside to Lamy. Lamy dug out by Batiste. Batiste off the top of the block. Collenbeck, Hildeman, Matheny bounces it off the top of the net. The set back to Batiste, covered by Kapinga. Out to Lamy. She has to tip it to the corner. Gregg is there. The set to Williamson is down. LC leads. I believe she got the first kill in the last set as well. So she knows how to start sets. And 6'4" senior Allie Sauer in there for LC. And back to serve Ingram. Hilderman goes to Matheny. That's in the donut hole for the kill. It caught the tip of Batiste at the net, and we are tied up at 1 apiece. And back to serve will go Natalie Hilderman. Hilderman from the right corner. Thompson, boy, a reach for the setter, and then pushed into the net by Sauer. Thompson's having some trouble with those serves. And that's the key to any good offense, to get that first pass in the right place. Here's Hilderman leading 2-1. Batiste has a better play there. The quick to Williamson. Rocky is there off the top of the block on the swing by Matheny. Dug out. Batiste, free ball to the corner. Collenbeck makes the clean play. Here's Kapinga, stuffed by the 6'4" senior Allie Sauer. We're tied up at 2. She got up and denied that swing by 5'10" Kapinga. Gave up about 6 inches on that one. Batiste back to serve. Deep ball. Ferguson's on it. The set to Matheny. Too much for Thompson. Wow, did she put a blazer on that one. That had retro rockets by Matheny. And Rocky takes the 3-2 lead. No touch at the net and no chance for LC on that cross-court kill. Judish back to serve. Thompson on target with the pass. Here's Sauer. Sauer rolls it over the top. A long run for Ferguson. She gets there in time. Out to Russell. Russell dug out by Thompson. Bump set. Here's Sauer. Sauer dug out by Rocky. Push over the top in the back row. Covered by Batiste. The set to the middle. Balances off the net. Doesn't get over. Wow. That dangled on the net for about 6 rolls on the Williamson swing, and Rocky has doubled up on LC. Krista Judish back to serve. Thompson on target with the pass. The set to Sauer. Hilderman is there. Out to Russell off the top of the block. Batiste with the dig. The set out to Sauer. This time Kapinga evens things up with a stuffer of her own. Kapinga stuff blocks Rachel Gregg. 5-2 Rocky. LC needs the side out. Krista Judish to Thompson on target with the pass. Here's Gregg. Gregg stuffed again. Swept that's going to be down. It's 2 stuffers in a row for Kapinga. She took that stuff by LC personally. And now she has come back with 2 straight stuffs on the Warriors. 6-2. Judish to Gregg. To the backside this time to Sauer. Ferguson's there. Here's Russell off the block. Diving save for Thompson. Beautiful play. Williamson misses. That sails wide. It's 7-2. Hannah Ingram has taken over as setter, so LC has tried 3 setters already. Thompson on target to Ingram. To the backside. Sauer punishes Judish. Oh my. Allie Sauer buried Krista Judish with that down-the-line swing and an emphatic side out for the Warriors. Jordan Phelan goes back to serve. Phelan, middle of the floor, floats it back to Judish, on target to Hilderman. Here's Kapinga, tip over the top, covered, good pass to Ingram. Sauer dug out by Hilderman. Bump set to Russell. Russell gets the tip off the top of the block, covered by LC. Back row attack, way long for Batiste. Batiste elevated from the 10-foot line and couldn't bring it in at the feet of the line judge. It's 8-3 on the hitting error. Holland Ferguson back to serve. From the right side, deep to Batiste. Ingram to the middle. Double was called on the set. Coda Culp never even got to that ball before the call was made. 9-3. Ferguson back to serve. Down the line, on target on the Aubrey King push. Pushed back by Hellroot, covered by LC. And a double Yep, a double called on LC again. This one on Ingram. 10-3. Rocky having its way now in this part of the set against LC. Ferguson to King, to the backside to Sauer. Bump over the top. Diving save on the last chance and pushed off the block. Nope. Yep, they got the tip off the block. Allie Sauer was there. And Rocky ends up with that point as well. 11-3. Ferguson, long service run. Aubrey King, the quick Dakota Culp. And she's stuff blocked by Hellrud. And LaToya Harris thinking about the timeout. Now she calls it. 12-3 Rocky. It's a 9-point lead for the Battling Bears in the second set. Rocky leads 1-0. We're back in 30 seconds.
If you or a loved one has difficulty taking medication due to an inability to swallow pills, the taste or texture of medicine, or a combination of prescriptions, ask the experienced pharmacist at Billings Pharmacy One about compounding, made from scratch to get you on the road to good health with the least discomfort possible. Billings Pharmacy One is the leader in compounding. Online at BillingsPharmacy1,1.com, or at 2900 12th Avenue North, or call 245-6717.
Back at Rocky Mountain College, well, Rocky's next games will be at a tournament in Des Moines, Iowa. They will have 4 games in 2 days, and 2 of those games against nationally ranked teams. Grandview, Iowa on Friday, that's number 11, and number 1 Viterbo on Thursday. Their next conference game is a road match at Northern. LC plays Providence next on their schedule. And Rocky is in the zone so far. They have matched everything that LC has thrown at them. And they are looking pretty impressive here, pretty sharp as they try to get a conference win here. Holland Ferguson back to serve. Batiste up to Ingram, push to the back corner. Ferguson makes the adjustment. Over to Russell. Russell, bouncer off the top of the block. Batiste with the dig. Ingram out to King, no good. Out the back door, Krista Judish did everything she could to make that play. She's smiling because she missed it, and it still was Rocky point. You know it's your night when that happens. Rocky on a 13-2 run. The quick to the middle, went to the backside instead. They ran a play. They faked it to Dakota Culp. Allie Sauer took it and punished it to the floor. So a little deception works to get the side out, and it's 13-4. And Lauren West will go back to serve. She will take over at setter, I imagine. Deep ball to Ferguson, up to Hilderman, the quick to Kapinga, dug out by Thompson. That was gorgeous. King. Here's Kapinga. She free balls it over. Thompson, up to West, the quick off the block, and Krista Judish is right there. Foot violation, I believe. Nice save for Thompson, covered by Batiste, and then a double is called on Batiste. That ball spinning too much. Looked like Natalie Hilderman might have had a foot fault there, but no call. Wasn't all the way over. Kapinga goes cross court trying to pick on Thompson, who she has 2 aces against. Alvarez dug out by Ferguson, out to Russell. Russell stuffed by LC. Aubrey King celebrates on the front row. She gets a clean stuff and a side out for LC. Rachel Gregg will replace King in the lineup and go back to serve for the Warriors. Love the celebrations in volleyball. Boy, you just let it all go, and then you got to settle down and make the next play. Drop ball. Ferguson makes the adjustment. Back row attack from Judish. Thompson to West, to Batiste, and another miss for LC, about a foot out the back door. It's 15-5. Rocky enjoying a 10-point comfort zone. Ruby Collenbeck into the game to serve for the Battlin Bears. A big home set for the Battling Bears to finish up their conference season when they play Carroll and Tech and Western. Batiste gets stuffed, and it's on the line, but stuff counts. So give Hellrud another stuffer. That one was close to going out the side, but hit the line. 16-5 after the Hellrud stuffer. Collenbeck down the line to Gregg to the backside. Alvarez dug out with a dive by Kapinga. West, the quick, that's down. A kill for Justine Kodakalp. And Maya Williamson comes in, a 6-foot senior middle. Rocky up 16-6. Thompson back to serve. Hilderman goes to Lamy. Lamy down the line, swept into the air by West. Back row attack for Gregg. Easy dig for Kapinga. The quick to Hellroot. And Thompson gets under it. Batiste cross court. Collenbeck is there. Out to Lamy. A short tip. Punched into the air. Kept alive. This is Batiste. And she would have missed, but instead Kapinga knocks it into the crowd. That would have been about a yard wide, but Kapinga was already committed to it. And that's a point for LC. Batiste tried to go line, and she got away with it. Thompson down the line to Collenbeck. On target. The quick to Hellroot. Swept into the air by Alvarez. Here's Batiste. Nice save for Ferguson on a smash. And Lamy can't get it over the net on the third ball. Lamy with her back to the net. Couldn't hit it hard enough to get it over the net. 16-8. LC making some noise in the middle third of this one. Luana Thompson back to Collenbeck. They're going to try Lamy. Lamy into the corner. That's on the back line, right where the two lines meet, and nobody there wearing a dark blue jersey. 17-8. Olivia Lamy scores the kill. Rocky leads by 9. Annie Cook and Luana Thompson shanked it, but she's covered by Batiste. We're still going. To Matheny. She pounds it, and the second cover is not there. West kept it alive, but the cover from anybody else didn't get there in time. Matheny gets the kill. She hits over 300 on the year. Luana Thompson. The quick to Maya Williamson. Swept over the net. Tips the net. Kept alive Gregg. Over to Batiste. Off the block and down. There was a touch there, and that's a kill. Oh. I guess they didn't see the touch, so Rocky's still playing. 19-8. Might have had a better look at it than some of the folks out here. Batiste answers that one with a kill. A little extra oomph on that one after you disagreed with the earlier call. 19-9. Natalie Batiste gets the side out with them passes. Anna Ingram will take over at setter. First she goes back to serve for the Warriors. Ingram floats it back to Ferguson. That's going to go over to the scorer's bench with the ace to Ingram. A rare shank from Holland Ferguson. And it's a 10-point game, 19-9. Now, if this was basketball, then LC could catch up by 2s and 3s. Collenbeck up to Hilderman. Out to Lamy. Lamy bounces it off the top of the block. Covered by LC. To the backside. Sauer. Dug out by Kapinga. A bump blind set to Lamy. Luana Thompson's there. The quick to Williamson against the grain. And it hits the line. Williamson goes against the block, running to the middle, and gets it down, and they're within 8. And Ingram back to serve. Takes it deep to Ferguson, up to Hilderman. Here's Matheny. Matheny misses. No tip. And LC's got a run going. They had it at 19-8. Now it's 19-12. A 4-point run for the LC State Warriors. And Rocky would like to get comfortable again with a side out. Collenbeck to Hilderman. Outside Lamy. Off the block, and it squirts down to the LC side of the floor. 20-12. Lamy gets the side out. Gets everybody to relax on the Rocky side of the net. And Natalie Hilderman back to serve. Cross court, another shank by Luana Thompson. She's got this pained look on her face that I shouldn't be doing that. Here's Lamy on the set. Pushed to the back corner, covered with a run by Rachel Gregg. Out to Sauer, and they air it out to Sauer. They hung her out to dry with a set over her head. A setting error for Ingram. 21-12. It's back to a 9-point lead. Hilderman cross court. Baptiste up to Ingram. They try Williamson. She pounds it, and Hilderman has the dig. And a lift is called this time on Rocky. I'll double, and we'll see Aubrey King into the match. 21-13. First set went 25-13, so any points from here on out for LC are an improvement on that first set. Here's Batiste, back to Kapinga. Good pass, Kapinga with the quick. That's into the crowd off of Thompson. Boy, Kapinga just exploded into that one and hit it right over our head. That was MPH, folks. 22-13. Rocky 3 points away from being up 2-0. Krista Judish back to serve. From the left corner. Gets it over the net to Thompson. Aubrey King into the corner. Gets it down past the diving Ferguson. Aubrey King hit it with the heel of her hand and drops it in the coffin corner. 22-14. Herm Ellenboss at Rocky Mountain College on rocky.edu and 93.3 FM. Phelan passed up by Rocky, and then a kill put down by Matheny. She doesn't get all the sets, but she is extremely efficient when she gets them. And for a middle blocker, she has incredibly high kill efficiency at about 330. 23-14. Here's Ferguson. Good pass from Batiste. The quick Dakota Culp. A diving save for Judish. Kapinga gets it tipped off the top of the block, and a net violation gives Kapinga that kill. And another set point for LC to fight off. You can see the frustration in Luana Thompson's face. She has had a bad night of passing. And that time she bumped into somebody and bumped him off. The set to the middle. That one's going to be down for LC. Sauer, when she gets a good set, she puts some speed on it as well. It's 24-15, side out LC. 6'4" senior Ellie Sauer puts it away. Lauren West back to serve for LC. Krista Judish on target to Hilderman. The set out to Russell, jammed into the block, covered by LC. Kapinga on a dive, pushed over. Saved by Coda Culp to the opposite side. Covered. Here's Luana Thompson. She takes it to Alvarez, dug out by Ferguson. They're fighting for set point, and Kapinga gets it. Kapinga takes it home with another kill, and LC gains a couple of points, but still falls by 10, 25-15 in the second set. And they need this one, or it's back on the bus, and we're back in 2.5 minutes.
Being successful today is personal. Maybe it's developing a new business relationship or opening a door to an emerging market. Success is something you can see and feel. What does success mean to you? Business is intentional, and the biggest risk you can take in business is not trying. Isn't it time you measured your success on your own scale, not someone else's? Invest in yourself and partner with people who see and understand your passion. Western Security Bank. Security you can trust from people you know. Member FDIC.
My son Kyle is a born athlete. We were so excited when his coach told him that several colleges were asking about him, but when he tore his ACL during his junior year, he thought his college dreams were shattered. His coach suggested we call Ortho Montana, and I'm so glad we did. Ortho Montana specializes in cases like Kyle's, and they had him back on the field in no time. That was a couple of years ago. Kyle's been playing college ball for 2 years now, and his knee's stronger than ever. I couldn't be more proud.
Ortho Montana. Life lived well.
This is Rocky Erickson. I recently had total knee replacement surgery. The very next day, I was at West Buildings Therapy and Sports Medicine in a great deal of pain starting my rehab. I liked how I was treated by Doug Chase and his staff. They set goals and were very encouraging. I looked forward to going, even showed up early. How many people can say they enjoyed physical therapy? In a short time, I was pain-free and walking fine. Trust me, West Buildings Therapy and Sports Medicine is simply the best.
Doctors McBride and Steiner, proud to announce a new associate doctor to their practice. Billings native and University of Montana and Arizona College of Optometry graduate Dr. Sean Lepsock is accepting patients. Dr. Lepsock has special interest in the treatment of glaucoma and dry eye, but also provides general vision care, including the latest in contact lenses. Call Doctors McBride and Steiner at 656-7605 to schedule an appointment with Dr. Lepsock. Doctors McBride and Steiner, 2120 Grand Avenue.
If your business is growing and you don't have time to find good employees, give us a call at Advanced Employment. Every week we place hundreds of great workers at companies all over the Billings area, from hospitality and construction to retail and clerical. Our rates are the lowest in town, and we can provide insured, reliable employees fast, serving our customers by getting the job done right for over 20 years. Advanced Employment in the red, white, and blue house at 2115 Broadwater.
Get the job done right.
Herm Ellenbaugh is back at Rocky LC State Volleyball. In that last set, Rocky hit 200, 10 of 35, 3 errors. LC hit 23, 10 of 43, 11 errors, and LC still in negative numbers. They're led in kills by Natalie Batiste with 4, and Allie Sauer has 3, so does Maya Williamson. Defensively, Luana Thompson has 12 digs, 8 for Natalie Batiste, 12 digs for Ferguson, 9 for Natalie Hilderman. And the blocking edge goes to Rocky. It was tied up at 4 after the first set. Now it's 9-6 Rocky. And we are about set to go here with set number 3. LC needs this one. Rocky will serve first. Natalie Hilderman back to serve for the Battlin Bears. Hilderman from the right corner. Batiste has the pass to West. Williamson gets the kill again. That's 3 straight times that she has gotten the kill. First kill of the set. So she can keep that efficiency going. And I may be the only one that noticed it. Otherwise, they'd have a triple block set up on her. Batiste back to serve. Service error. We're tied up at 1. That's about the 3rd time we've been tied up at 1-1. So Maya Williamson does her thing, and then LC loses the next point. Krista Judish back to serve for the Battling Bears. Cross court to Thompson, on target to West. The quick to Rachel Gregg, punched up in the air by Rocky. Here's Daniela Russell. Russell feathers it off the top of the block, saved by Thompson. Back row attack, off the block and down. Give it to Batiste. Got the little touch on the high hands hit, and it sailed over the head of the defense for Rocky, and Batiste scores the kill. And back to serve goes Jordan Phelan. Phelan, cross court, Russell, tight to the net. Hilderman gets there. Russell gets it back, and the block at the net by Rocky. And for the second set, and a block at the net by LC. Second set in a row, it's 3-1 LC. Coda Culp gets that block. Phelan back to serve. Same spot. Russell, Hilderman. This time to Kapinga. Kapinga gets deflected into the roof. No one gets there for LC, and Haley Kapinga really uncorked that one. Let's check Kapinga's numbers in case Grandma Sue is listening. Kapinga with 4 kills, 10 attempts, hitting 200 so far. Give that 5 kills and 11 attempts. Ferguson back to serve. Rocky trails by 1. Here's West to the backside. Covered by Rocky, and a beautiful dig by Judish. Here's Aubrey King. Ferguson gets under it somehow. Bump set to Russell. Cross court. Thompson is there. West for a back row attack. A dig for Hilderman. Here's Russell again. Russell jams it into the block. No one gets there. It's a kill for Russell. West was there. King was there. Neither one could get it back to the Rocky side of the net. We're squared away at 3 on the Russell kill. Ferguson loads it up from the right side, down the line. Gregg has the pass, the quick to Coda Culp. Krista Judish is there. Russell loads up the swing and gets stopped. Coda Culp has 2 blocks now already in this 3rd set. Yeah, she got up there with Aubrey King, but I think it was all Coda Culp. And now Allie Sauer, the 6'4 senior, comes in. She can put a thump on that ball as well. Anna Ingram in the game. She has the only ace in the game for LC. Ingram, deep ball to Kapinga, pops it up. The bump set goes back to Kapinga. She tries to tip it, and it gets smashed to the floor by LC. The tip right into the block of Allie Sauer, 6'4". Check the program, Haley. That's a tall lady across the net, 5-3. Anna Ingram loads up the serve. Ferguson on target to Hilderman. They try Russell. Russell off the top of the block, covered by Bautiste. Opposite side to Gregg. Ferguson gets the dig. To Kapinga. Cross court for the kill. Boy, don't get a stuff block on Kapinga because she gets about 10 more extra miles per hour the next time she gets the set. That's what happened there. A little more oomph on that next set when you stuff her the first time. Kapinga back to Thompson. Ingram, cross court. Kapinga plays the ball, headed out of bounds. Russell, the tip into the donut hole, and it's a kill for Russell. LC all spread out around the campfire, and the ball falls in the middle, 5-5. Rocky has clawed back to tie it up. Kapinga loads up the left hand. Thompson, long run for the second pass. Back row attack. That hits the back of Hellrood and somehow gets over the net. How did that get over the net for Rocky? Russell down off of Koda Cole. Another response to a couple of stuff blocks. You just keep working it. You don't get intimidated. You keep working it. 6-5 on the Russell kill. Kapinga back to serve. Cross court. Thompson on target to Ingram. The set out to Sauer. Deep. Played by Ferguson. Free ball by Hellrood. And overpass into the net. This one has to be over. Great play by the setter from LC to keep that one alive. Kapinga. And a net violation on Rocky and a collision on the side of LC, and everyone's gathered around Thompson to make sure she's okay. She got a knee in the face, I believe. We're tied up at 6 on the net violation by Rocky. Here's Rachel Gregg. Krista Judish has the pass. Russell is feeling it. She missed it that time. Foot long in the back door, or in the back corner. And LC has probably its latest lead of the match, 7-6. Gregg, deep ball to Holland Ferguson. Russell through the block into the middle, on the floor. Russell is red hot this set. Now she'll come out for Olivia Lamy. The outsides are doing their job for the Battlin Bears. And we are back into a 7-7 tie here at Rocky. Ruby Collenbeck from Forsyth back to serve. Lots of Montana kids on this team. Ingram tips it to Bautiste, and Bautiste gets the tip down in front of Hellrood. Kapinga had to back off because Hellrood was diving laterally. Kapinga diving straight forward, and that was injury in the making, but it didn't happen. Luana Thompson back to serve with the LC Warriors up by 1. Here's Hildeman, the quick to Hellrood. Nothing on it. Dug out by LC, but the pass is bad. And the point goes to Rocky as that pass sails under the net. Back to an 8-8 tie. Annie Cook back to serve for the Bears. She hop skips into that serve. The quick by Maya Williamson gets it on the floor. A push into the back left-hand corner by Maya Williamson, and it's down 9-8, side out LC. Cook and Hellrood wait to do their thing, and then Holland Ferguson trots onto the floor in a defensive role for Rocky. 9-8 Warriors trying to win their first set of the night and then see what happens. We're tied up on the error. Lauren West into the tape on the serve. It's hard to get momentum going when the service errors kind of throw a wet blanket on it. Hilderman back to Thompson. The set to the middle to Batiste. The left-handed tip. Confusion by Rocky. Ferguson swoops in and calms things down. To the backside, Batiste blocked back by Lamy. Here's Aubrey King for the miss, and Rocky leads 10-9. Aubrey King took the short target and missed it wide. Hilderman loads up the serve. Batiste up to West. The set is behind Williamson. It's going to find the floor. Williamson gets the accurate tip, and Matheny and Lamy can't get that one over the net. We're back to a 10-10 tie. LC playing its best set of the night. And Batiste back to serve. From the right corner, deep ball to Kapinga, on target up to Hilderman, bump set to Lamy, tight to the net, stuffed back by LC, and then a push to the corner. Batiste gets over there and gets it. Out to Aubrey King, that's off the block, covered though by Ferguson, to Lamy. Lamy stuffed at the net by Williamson and Gregg. And LC leads 11-10. LC catching up in the block category. They didn't have a good blocking second set, but they are making up for it here. Good blocking wins games. Natalie Batiste back to serve. Deep ball to Ferguson. On target to Hilderman. The quick to Matheny. Punched up in the air by Batiste in the back row. West to Gregg. Little bit of a shank. Tipped over by Kapinga. Covered by LC. This one has to be over. Thompson tries the short ball. Kapinga settles under it. Kapinga tries the tip and gets it down. All that frantic activity left an exposed corner for LC, and Kapinga saw it with that supervision and got it back. On the floor, we're tied up at 11 as Krista Judish comes in for the Battlin Bears. Judish cross court to Thompson, shank, but saved by King. Batiste, back row attack, covered by Ferguson. Here's Russell. Russell is going to get stuffed by Williamson and King. And another block for LC, and they are up 12-11. They've not been able to pull away here in the middle part of this set, but they have been playing point for point with the Battlin Bears. Jordan Phelan back to serve. The short ball. Russell gets there. Kapinga, back row attack, gets it down. She was just inside the 10-foot line. I guess it wasn't a back row attack because she didn't start outside, but somehow she got that. She put the woogie on it so the defender didn't see it. We're back to a 12-12 tie. And a short ball by Ferguson into the aerial, ace for Ferguson. And Rocky pulls out to the 13-12 lead. That pass from Gregg settled on top of the barber pole. Here's Ferguson again, same spot. Batiste gets there this time. Batiste pushes it over to Ferguson. Hilderman, Russell dug out by LC. Free ball by Gregg. Kapinga sets up Hellrud, blocked back by LC. To Kapinga, into the donut hole for the kill. She has the angle, and that left-handed release makes it hard to pick up, and she gets another kill. Kapinga having a great night, and Rocky is up 14-12 as Ferguson loads it up again, takes it back to Gregg. Gregg gets the setback, cross court, that's going to be down. Judish can't figure out the angle on that one, and it's 14-13. And in the game to serve again, Anna Ingram. She will take over at setter for the Warriors. LaToya Harris has figured out a pretty good rotation in this set because they are playing much better. Here's Hilderman to Russell in the middle of the floor. A little bit of a feathery touch there at the net by Sauer, and Russell scores the kill. Hitting efficiency is going way up this set for the Battling Bears, probably for LC as well. Kapinga, cross court, on target by the Thompson pass. The set to the middle to Gregg, knocked back. And it's going to be down on the push by Gregg, and it's 15-14. The second load to Gregg. She pushes it off the block of Rocky, out of the reach of the second row of defense. Back to serve goes Gregg. Gregg to Ferguson. The quick to Hellrud. She bounces it off the block, gets it down as two players went for the carom and neither one got there. And Rocky will serve with Ruby Collenbeck. I think the score is wrong, but 16-14. Rocky leads. Collenbeck gets set to put it in play, takes it deep to Thompson. Ingram into the block, saved by LC on the cover, pushed to the side, Kapinga's there. Hilderman to Hellrud, tight to the net, and a net violation on LC. No chance for Ingram to keep that one out of the net. And Alvarez will come in for Ingram, and we'll see a new setter again for LC. They rotate 3 of them in and out. 17-14. Rocky trying to pull away here in the middle of this third set. Kapinga. Deep ball to Craig. On target to Alvarez, and a kill for LC. That one finds the floor from Coda Colt. 17-15. Luana Thompson back to serve. Can LC make a comeback here? Tight to the net. Hilderman tries the blind dump, and LC gets on it, and a push to the floor by Hilderman on the second load. Drops it to the floor in front of Allie Sauer. 18-15. That's a freshman setter doing that stuff. Probably did it at Red Lodge a few times. Annie Cook skips into that serve. Alvarez to Williamson, and she gets it past Kapinga. LC fighting in this third set to pick up a set against the Battlin Bears. And now Lauren West in the game to serve for LC. LC needs a little run here. West, 2 players from Rocky converge, and a tip at the net gives that kill to Matheny. Let's check Matheny's numbers here. Matheny, 4 kills, 12 attempts. She had 3 errors, so a couple of stuff blocks. Those count as errors. The set out to King, blocked out of bounds, but a touch by LC. Give the stuff to Rocky, and Latoya Harris-Alexander wants to talk to her team as Rocky is threatening to pull away 20-16, and we're back in 30 seconds.
Since 1952, Roger Daniel Insurance, 252-3411.
We're on our 3rd and sometimes 4th generation of clients that my grandfather serviced in the early 1950s, my grandmother. Again, we believe in building relationships, and that goes deeper than just with a mother and father. That's with kids and grandkids and on down the line of many of the families that we're lucky enough to service.
Roger Daniel Insurance. Insurance for all Montanans like you. 252-3411.
Here's your sponsors on KURL and KurlRadio.com. West Billings Physical Therapy, Cellular Plus, Dave Coons, Chris Malvig at Stiefel Investments, Billings Clinic, Western Security Bank, Connemart Superstores, Advanced Employment, Roger Daniel at Farmers Insurance, Doctors McBride and Steiner, Billings Vision Source, Ortho Montana, Terry Tronson Agency, Pharmacy One, and the Pella Window Store. And LC enjoyed a lead much through the middle 10 points of this one, and now Rocky trying to pull away. Hilderman back to Batiste. This tip by Williamson, no touch. That's an error. Rocky's at 21. Williamson tried to tip it behind the block. Hilderman from the right corner takes it deep. Batiste on target with the pass. The set to Batiste, pancaked by Rocky and kept alive. That was close. West gets it off the block and down by Maya Williamson. She has started every set tonight with a kill, and she has contributed more in the middle part of this set. And it's 21-17, big side out for LC State, as Natalie Batiste goes back to serve. Kapinga, pass, the set to Matheny. She splits the defenders for the kill. Matheny takes the quick set and pounds it between Thompson and Batiste. Rocky 3 points away from yet another sweep. Krista Judish back to serve for the Battling Bears. Deep cross-cart serve. The set to Williamson. This time she's dug out by Ferguson. The set's to Russell. Batiste with a dig. Bump set to Gregg. Doesn't get over the net. Rocky's 2 points away. That set just hung Gregg out to dry behind the aerial, and her angle was almost impossible. So don't put too much grief on Gregg for that one. Krista Judish goes cross-court. Thompson with a pass. West. Williamson dug out by Ferguson. The set to Kapinga. The tip saved by Thompson. It floats above the net. A push, and they call a roofing call on Haley Kapinga. Net violation, rather. She went up, and it was a battle of pushes. It's like the center jump in basketball, where they both just push the ball at each other. 23-18, side out LC. Phelan back to serve. Deep ball. On target pass to the setter. Here's Kapinga. This time covered, but the put away on the overpass by Matheny. Set point, match point coming up for the Battlin Bears. Howland Ferguson back to serve. Boy, those middles love that when that overpass comes quietly back to them and the defense isn't ready. Greg Alvarez, coat-to-coat, gets that one dug out. Russell blocked back by LC. To the opposite side, Kapinga into the corner, covered with a run. Here's Greg, cross-court, gets the kill. Russell almost got her coach with that one. She tipped it, and that ball came whistling at Coach Kelly. But she's an athlete. She avoided it, 24-19. LC will try to fight off another set point, match point here. Alvarez back to serve. Ferguson with a shank. Nope, covered by Kapinga. Free ball. LC's going to have to keep working. And Gray gets it out of bounds. Nope, they call no tip. That's it. Greg was calling for the tip. 25-19, so the best set for LC.
Beginning with an in-home consultation.